He'll bring it out. It's Kelly. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Jayhawks offense will go on the attack first. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the thing. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You're making some kind of deception going against this secondary.
The give on the option. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one. All right, guys, let's chat about Kansas. The biggest problem for schools at this level is getting enough big bodies, particularly on the offensive line, and getting a three-star guy like this can really help them at this level, Jesse.
Yeah, and when you get guys like that on your offensive line, if you can get a couple dudes like that, all of a sudden now you can hang with bigger, better competition. Games are still won and lost in the trenches. I know this is just one piece, but getting this three-star offensive lineman who was very highly recruited, that was a massive win for this head coach.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So Baylor's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out. Touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And the Bears come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Leaves it with the back. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it out fast.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Defense.
Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Jones. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, he just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Wants to go up top. A little screen to the running back. After the 20, there he goes. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
That's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch? right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll try to sneak it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. The Jayhawks will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking to fire. Right down the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On target over the middle. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands.
Oh, he's got some space. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The Bears look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on 1st down. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off cover, because you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Handoff from the gun. He has the 1st and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Bears pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he's all fired up, and now it's lost. The ball's loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They boot it away on 4th down. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st quarter. see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They send the tight end in motion. Wants to fire on second down. It's complete on the right side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. And the Jayhawks come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. Punt is in the air. Here's the return. He gets a block. Pulls those pads. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They want to run it left here. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great job at containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. He lets it fly. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going, down 3-0. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Jayhawks line up to punt it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Smith. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds. The Bears can really attack on this second and short. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Down to the 18-yard line, it's first and 10.
29 Philly.
Got it behind the line. It's Bennett. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. And the Bears have it with a 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Oh, they really could have used that patch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. It's not all doinks or bad. Off the right, upright, and through. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They are searching for any type of answer they can find, down 6-0. They go to the ground. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets to the 14.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Got his man downfield. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. The RPO, it's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of big completions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Finds a tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Jayhawks will punt it away on 4th down. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. He leaves it with the back. Runs through the tackle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They're being talked about a lot, unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the 4th quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back.
He tries to take the top off. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it from the gun. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting a tone on this drive.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Rides the back and leaves it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They kick it away on fourth down. Nestles it in at the 35. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They'll start this drive from the 42. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. The sure hands, it's Chester. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Bears will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Rushes on him, and some room to work. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. This will likely be the last play of the half. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Unleashes one deep. And it's caught. Touchdown, Baylor!
I got to tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they put so much pressure now on the opponent.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Bears can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
On the double.
This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Gives it on the option. Finds a little space. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Operating in the red zone here on second down.
Slide 22. Slide 22.
Off the play fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. The Jayhawks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. That's it, 5. He's got it. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. They'll run this play from the pistol. Wide receiver going in motion. On the move. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You've got to keep giving him the football.
Got him downfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down to the 37.
That's a great example. Quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
They march to the red zone, and here they go. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the first down marker.
It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines. I understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I'm starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football, and making sure I was in bounds.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Jones. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Just drives in between the uprights. And to settle for the field goal. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Swings it out to the flat. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Punch it out of the air. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get tough.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And that is no good. That one may sting a little, guys. Instead of getting it down to 10, feeling good about things, still a 13-point lead. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Roberts. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. As the end of the quarter ended, Baylor holding the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football that's not there. And that was a terrible play getting up the sack.
And the Bears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, you knew you were going going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. SMU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Doak Walker among the legends to wear that uniform. They're trailing by just 4 to Virginia Tech. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen,
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. Had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Defense has the lead in the second half. Expect to see a lot of zone coverage. It's going to be tight. It's going to be hard to fit these footballs in, especially when you're throwing in the middle of the field like they were right there as the ball falls incomplete.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Right on target this time. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Jayhawks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Nice move to keep running. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Holding. Offense.
What an unfortunate penalty there. They thought they'd converted the 4th down. Instead, they'll have to try it again. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
Holding. Offense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. They think there's room to run to the right here. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great...
Trying to get behind the defense. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Touchdown Bears! And the stomping has commenced. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here. Now they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? The Jayhawks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. There we go. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can.
Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker, turn it into a small wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys, the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on that.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field.
42, Spider.
Flips it out in the flat. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on first down. He uncorks one deep. Touchdown, Baylor! And the route is on. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. They'll move the wide receiver to the air on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Jayhawks in the hurry up.
Well, here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by so much so late in the game. The defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and move the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's down. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
Grab behind the line. It's Jones. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to swing it on second down. Trying to find the end zone. And he's on his way. All the way. Touchdown, Archer Jayhawk. How about this? These guys are going for 2.
29 Philly. 2
to throw. He's got it. Two-point conversion is good. Just a couple of possessions down, so they're getting simple. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They want that clock to run. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Roberts. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On fourth down, they'll throw for him. Using the quick game. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. The defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they were going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.